So, good morning, Ohio gozaimasu. Mizu desu. Kyo wa mizu desu. Today I'm having water. And it's Friday, y'all. We just made it. We made it. I'm so proud of you. You did good. You here? Oh. So today. Today we'll talk about prioritizing family. So the Kaizen Moai habit of prioritizing family. Good morning, sis. It was good to see you yesterday. So let's get into it. From Blue Zones, it said the power of nine. The power principle that was being covered was keeping family first. Successful centenarians in the Blue Zones put their family first. Okay, this means keeping aging parents and grandparents nearby or in the home, because it lowers the disease and mortality rates of children in the home too. They commit to a life partner, of course. That adds about 3 years of life expectancy, and invest in their children with time and love. And they're more likely to care for you when you get old. So, building a family unit, and prioritizing that family is one of the habits that we're forming in the Kaizen Moai, right? Moai means, of course, I go over this. Moai means meeting for a common purpose. That's a group of friends coming together, meeting for a common purpose. And Kaizen is the approach to continuous incremental improvements. So Kaizen Moai, which is really a group of people coming together for the common purpose of living their ikigai, which is their reason for being, why you get up in the morning, why you do these things, right? So there's habits that each person should be going through, and these are the common ones that keep us alive longer. And today is prioritizing family. One way we can improve our lives is to pay attention and prioritize our family. So, although we may be doing everything in our power to protect those and build the things up for our families, I've seen this, I've done this, where you're doing everything you can. You're making everything possible. You're providing so much. And all of a sudden you notice they're leaving you. My family didn't leave me, but I put things before them, trying to make it better for them, and notice that, putting the cart before the horse. And you overlook seeing into the future, trying to give them that thing that they want, but you're neglecting their needs and their wants for you to be there with them in the now. So by the time you get to where you was going, you've lost the things that you've already had. And you don't want that. That's not a good thing. So I was thinking back as I was sitting in my thinking chair, just thinking about the things I think about. I was thinking about how I used to teach 10 Commandments. So if I had your kids, they probably learned it this way too. When I was teaching the 10 Commandments, the 7th commandment is, thou shalt not commit adultery. And when you're teaching that to kids, you don't want to teach them, don't be having sex outside of marriage. The way I did it was keep the family first. Let's build a family unit, and keep the family first. That way, always keeping the family together, when your focus is on this, you don't really have time for this other stuff over here, right? So keeping the family first. And now it's hard to 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 do because we want to focus on ourselves because I'm me. I'm the center of the universe. But think about these things that's coming through you. This is your legacy that you're dealing with. So the story of you, I said this, the story of you will not impact anyone any more than the people who are in it. Uh, if people are impacted by your legacy, they have been touched by it and they're a part of it. Uh, it won't have impact on anybody outside of that, if you know what I mean. So one of the things I wanted you guys to do this weekend, as we enjoy the weekend and enjoy each other, is have tea with your family. Have a tea time with your family, and it doesn't have to be tea. I always say this. I'm just calling it a tea time, but you can just have some water. But have a sit down and an intentional ichie, which is a once in a lifetime encounter. If you're being intentional of it, you don't have to stage these things. I don't have to put this down. You sit here, you sit there, you sit here, and we're going to enjoy our time together. Darn it. You don't have to do that, but you can call the family together and you can have a time to really enjoy each other. Have a family game night, anything. Just remember, your family is under your direct circle of influence. So the words that you say, the things that you do have great impact. Not so much as the people that might be, down the street that don't know you. Or people at Walmart, your words might not carry much weight with them. But in your household, the people that come from you or that God has placed you with, your words can build them up and you can build a legacy, or your words can tear down somebody and tear them apart, and rip their whole world apart and your legacy. And, words can really cut like a sword and rip and slice through a relationship and destroy it forever. Which in the same way, the other thing, you can mend relationships and, if you're being intentional, you can really make a great impact for the rest of your life and from generations. Speaking of generations, I was thinking about this. Last night I was playing Genshin Impact. Trying to catch up with my kids so we can all play together. And there was this little side quest, and a story happened where a hunter was hunting a boar, in this, ice vine, killer ice vine, frozen to death. They didn't die. They got frozen. The boar and the hunter got frozen for 300 years. And they thawed out and, they went back to the village. The hunter went back to his village and he was like, everything is different, of course, right? 300 years has gone by. But I was just thinking, man, 300 years, if I was frozen and I woke up 300 years later and I went back to where my family was, what kind of impact would I leave? Now he was saying, he was naming all these people that were, gone 300 years ago, and he told him his name. He was like, my name is, I think it was Olaf, and he's like, they were talking to the guy, and the guy was like, I remember that in my family tree, and I was like, now that's great. You had enough impact on your family that your name carried for 300 years, where your great 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 grandson remembers your name. that's the kind of legacy that you want to leave, you know, uh, in a positive way. You don't want to be known forever as, you know, a crook to your kids, and, you know, they bashing your kids too. But what about you? What kind of legacy are you leaving? Uh, what kind of impact can you have on your on generations on down the line? What can you do? Um, I keep my this right here. I know you probably can't see it, but these are the names of my wife and kids. Keep them with me. She got me this for a thing because you know, I love having my wife and kids with me. And this one, my sister gave me this, and this is uh, my brother's name. I don't have him on this arm. I keep him on this arm because he's crossed over. He's ascended. So, you know, but I keep him with me. Family gestures and family things, family names and gestures and the things they do have impact on you. CJ, me and my daughter made CJ, right? My son last night, he got me Lego CJ. So Lego CJ and she blooms. So I'll be putting Lego CJ together. And when I do when I'm doing mobile tea ceremonies or something like that, or when the Kaizen get together, the Moai gets together, I'll have mobile Lego CJ with me because I don't want to carry this one around. I was worried about that. And God provided. So you guys enjoy this weekend. Be intentional on what you do, and the best to you. I love you very much. Kampai.